Thank you for joining us and welcome back to John's World. And go figure, here we are again at my favorite casino in Southern California. I appreciate your patience while I valet my scooter. And for those of you who like what you see of Pechanga in Southern California, I'd be more than happy to tour you around the casino when you arrive. So let's check in and see what kind of free play they have for us today. And there's two forms of free play here at Pechanga. One here at the Fun in the Sun kiosk, and then the other one when you go to the machine has a use spin feature for additional free play. So we picked up $25 at the kiosk. Let's see what the use spin feature gives us. Hit the use spin button. So there we go, $35 in extra free play. And Pechanga's software is state-of-the-art. It downloads instantly. So we go to our account, we hit withdrawal. We see the easy play there, which is what they call free play. Couple that with the $25, and we have $60 total in free play this week. So we won $300 last time. I'm not going to add any money of my own to this free play, and we're going to see how far we could go with it. So nice start, 3 spins, all 3 hit. I just realized we're playing too quickly, so I'm going to slow it down. All right, quad fours right off the bat, $100 on 50-cent coin. Off to a good start. And that's one of the reasons why I like to start off on the 50-cent coin level. Just in case something good hits like that early on. I don't want to be on quarters when that happens. I want to be pushed up into the dollar coin level. This is exactly how I like to start the game. So let's just monitor how this goes. 2 pair. Jacks are better. Jacks are better. Followed by 2 pair again. So let's just keep monitoring this situation. If it goes well, we'll ramp it up. 3 of a kind, all the better. Let's just keep an eye on it for a bit. We're up in the $170 range already. We'll see if we can't ramp it up a little further. Nice, 3 of a kind. Still hanging in there? Well, it's relatively stable at about $150. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm going to retreat to the 25-cent coin level, monitor it a little bit further, and I think if we get through the dry spell here a little bit, we'll go ahead and ramp it up. Now, I do want to explain briefly here why I did the incorrect hold. I was perfectly well aware that 3 to the royal is the proper hold here, but it's also a 1 in 1,000 shot, which is very long odds. We are on house money, a very small bankroll, and in the short term, holding for the flush is a 1 in 5.2 shot, which means I have about a 19% chance of hitting this flush, which in the short term scheme of things in this small bankroll is actually a better bet for me to preserve the bankroll to last longer overall, so I can get more and more hits to build up this bankroll and keep this session going. So while it may not be the correct long-term strategy, it's actually a better move and I've had a lot of success with it. And for those purists out there who think that only perfect strategy works, even the great Stanford Wong will on occasion deviate from perfect strategy in order to have a short-term hold advantage. So just a strategy move on my part, I'd rather exchange 1 3 to the royal shot for longevity to bankroll, which might bring me many 4 to the royal shots, which would be better overall in this session. At this point in the session, since we dropped down to a lower coin denomination, I'm just waiting for something good to hit so we can go ahead and up it to 50-cent coin, dollar coin, or maybe even $2 coin, depending on how much we can build up the bankroll. So we're just kind of riding it out to see how it goes. Now this hold is off by about 1% forfeiture to the casino. I held it because I wanted a shot at the royal with very little cost to me. As Slotmassacre says, some of these minor errors are only costing pennies in a session. We're still about double our original bankroll, and it's house money that we're playing on. We're just still waiting for something decent to hit so we can upgrade the coin denomination. Nice little flush. I'll take it. One of the good things about stepping down to a lower coin denomination is just writing out the doldrums here at little risk to yourself, financially speaking there. And if a royal happens to hit, hey, we have $1,000, mission accomplished, and it didn't really cost us a lot. We're not really risking missing something big. I'll take $1,000 just by being on quarters any day of the week, no problem. But even more importantly, we're protecting ourselves from a sudden drop. You know, sometimes when it just goes from hero to zero as the bankroll falls, at least being on the lower denomination gives us an extra measure of protection. And that's really what we want to do, is just preserve and protect the bankroll until some good hits come along. Well, nothing exciting going on here. We're still holding steady. You know, every 425 hands you start to hit quads on the average. There's no guarantee, but that's the average. So I think we'll go ahead and up the coin denomination here, just in case one of those little quads comes our way and helps us out get to the next level. Okay, full house on 50-cent coin. That kind of boosts us up a little bit. Still waiting for that quad to come along. So, just as we anticipated, just waiting for the quads to start showing up. I'm glad we're on the 50-cent coin when it did, and we'll just keep riding this out and see how far we can push it. So, from the viewpoint of our meager $60 house money bankroll at the beginning, We've now climbed to about $200, so we'll continue to monitor our progress, and if it keeps gliding along like this, we're going to go ahead and up it to $1 or $2 coin. Of course, I wouldn't have minded a $2,000 royal flush right there. Nor would I have minded a 250 coin straight flush right there. There's a gap in the straight there. I should hold the suited queen and king. I made a mistake there. Forfeited about 8% to the casino on that one. A near miss royal. I'm not overly concerned with the dip in the bankroll here. Just any full house that comes along would put us right back to where we belong. In fact, some quads should be showing up at this point. We've been on this quite a while, so I'm just going to go ahead and risk it. So the straight at a higher denomination kind of puts us back in the ballpark, so I'm glad we went ahead and switched. So the straight props us back up a little bit. A needed boost from the flush. And there you have it, the needed quad that we've been waiting for, and it's a bonus quad on top of it, so definitely going in the right direction. Just missed a $4,000 royal there. Had that 9 of hearts been a 10 of hearts, that would have been $4,000. Still, our house money bankroll from $60 to $300 is a nice achievement. I think we're going to step it down now to preserve it. And now we're just trying to hit a $1,000 royal if it should just happen to show up. And if it's not going to make an appearance, we might dabble a little bit with the denominations. And then we'll see where we go from there. So the full house is a gift. I see that as a sign to move it up to $1 coin. So there we are with a little bit of momentum from that move. We'll just keep monitoring it, but we don't want to toss away our $300 house money bankroll. We want to preserve it. So another full house, that gives us a little more headroom. That means we can stay on the machine a little bit longer without too much risk to our $300 house money bankroll. So a little more headroom gifted to us by the straight. 2 pair, that helps out. Little gap here in the straight, so always go with the suited ace and the jack. That flush came in handy to prop us back up. So a little Slotmassacre update for you. When I heard that he was going to be coming to Southern California with his family, I organized a little miniature meet and greet with our mutual local subscribers that follow both our channels. So we made our way over to Pechanga's sports bar, Kelsey's, and what a great bunch of people who showed up. On the left here is the fabulous Yadira in conversation with my wife. And of course here's Becky all decked out in a Slotmassacre t-shirt.
We went through that and talked for an hour. It was cool. Like he's 80, I think he's 80 now. And I, to me, 25 years ago.
And here's Paul.
How long was the drive for you right now? Was it okay?
Just under 2 hours.
Okay.
Perpetually positive Paul, and a great friend of both our channels.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit even faster.
So after a brief meal, we all hustled over to the video poker area for a little video poker duel. And you can hear the caveman Kino going on in the background. That's Yadira, myself, Paul, Slotmassacre, and Becky. And Yadira here is a very proficient and fast player, locally famous for all her royals. And on the other end here is Becky, so thoughtful, bought gifts for both me and Slotmassacre, 2 phone chargers apiece for each of us so we can continue to create content uninterrupted. So thoughtful. Thank you, Becky.
Just went out last week, and so now I'm just like, when is the truck going to be ready? Because I've already been 7 months since I ordered, 9 months now. Oh yeah, and but it's going to still be weird.
And this is Paul, a very popular commentator on our channels, always positive, always constructive, I met him last year on New Year's Eve. He had brought his mom down there. He actually hit a royal on New Year's Eve. And just a great friend of both channels. All right, Paul.
That's a good win.
That's a great win.
$100 to almost 400.
I will take that, sir.
I got $375 to play with and you're done.
Yes. And my wife, Nympha. Such an excellent player is she, and the light and love of my life. She's incredible.
Oh, that 5 looked like one through my little camera.
And of course, there's Slotmassacre, the ultimate video poker player and friend. Without him, there wouldn't even be a John's World of Video Poker. You're awesome, Andrew. So, Becky, thank you so much for the gifts and being so thoughtful. Yadira, you're an incredible video poker player. And Skip, Mr. C from Chicago, probably going to muscle in on Slotmassacre any moment. And of course, Paul, always welcomed friend here in our world. And Andrew, buddy, what can I say? I owe you a lot, man. You're one incredible guy and one incredible video poker player. So on behalf of me and Slotmassacre, thank you guys so much for making the effort to come see us. And we don't just like our subscribers, we love our subscribers. You're family now. And with special thanks to John and Pam, my great friends and mentors who choose to remain anonymous. And of course, John's World never gets off easy. Had to have a sit down with you know who. Mr. C from Chicago wants his piece of the action. Love you, Skip. You're one incredible Deuces Wild player.
That's how you do it. 5 of a kind.